Is it worth coming to Germany in 2025? With so much happening in the world right now, you might have a lot of doubts. You see all these negative headlines, war, companies laying off employees, and so many people struggling. So as someone who is currently studying and working in Germany, let me give you an honest overview of the current situation so that you can make an informed decision. So probably the number one thing people are worried about is the current job market in Germany. And yes, the situation is definitely tough right now compared to the previous years. Job openings for certain roles are fewer, and many companies are restructuring their workforces. This means people are getting laid off and newer companies are filing for bankruptcy. But in this whole situation, I want you to understand two very important things. If you know these two things, you'll be able to make better decisions. Now, under some YouTube videos, or maybe even under this video, you might find very negative comments from people complaining that the job market is trash, they can't find a job, or they even got laid off recently, which definitely sucks. Losing a job is not nice, and I'm rooting for everybody to get back into the workforce. I can absolutely understand this. It's natural for people to voice frustrations online when they're going through tough times. So in the end, negativity simply screams louder, and when you spend too much time on the internet, you might think that everything is bad and there is no hope. Don't get fooled by this. The reality looks slightly different. It's the same with the constant negativity in the news headlines. The entire world is facing uncertainty, and the media often capitalizes on this to create those dramatic negative stories. Negative headlines get more clicks, and news broadcasts make more money this way. So it can seem like the world is ending, but it's not. The truth is, the job market isn't just tough in Germany. It's challenging everywhere. Australia's market is struggling, the US is dealing with serious issues, and Canada, don't get me even started on that. So yes, Germany is in a tough phase, but so is everyone else. In the future, I will keep you updated about the situation in Germany, so subscribe to not miss any videos like this. So the current situation is not too nice. And if you look at this, it's honestly more important than ever to have a strong profile in Germany. Now hear me out, it's not that complicated to get an advantage in the German job market. It's one skill that you need to have that makes everything way easier. It's the German language. Now the unfortunate thing is, a lot of influencers and consultants often hide the harsh realities. They will tell you things like, hey, just get an English taught degree in Germany, you don't need German and everything will be fine. But let me be honest with you, that's far from the truth. It's just sugarcoating, and in many cases it's completely misleading. For example, education consultants often push expensive degrees at private universities in English, targeting your insecurities to make a profit. They might promise you that you're going to find a high-paying job right after graduation, but they rarely talk about the importance of integrating into German society or the challenges you'll face without knowing the language. Let me be clear, if you're serious about building a career in Germany, especially at this moment, learning German is a non-negotiable. I mean, during your studies it's enough to get on the A1 or A2 level, but when you approach graduation and want to truly integrate and thrive here, you need at least B1 or B2 proficiency. And this means being able to hold meaningful conversations, express your ideas, and even impress recruiters during the job interviews. And why is this so important, especially right now? Because during tough economic times, companies prioritize employees who can integrate into the work culture. Language is a massive part of that. And when hard times come and layoffs happen, employees who can't communicate effectively in German are often the first to go. And one more issue with just relying on an English taught degree is that this limits your job opportunities. I mean, sure, there are international companies in Germany where English is the primary language, but those roles are limited and highly competitive because every English-speaking person is trying to go for them. And if you're looking at roles outside of tech or academia, such as customer-facing jobs, administrative roles, or anything in the public sector, German is essential. Not everyone studies computer science and lands a software engineer job at Infineon, for example. My biggest mission with this channel is to motivate you and show you how you can learn German and prepare for your journey in Germany. If you're unsure where to start, don't worry. I've created a detailed video talking about the best way to learn German as a beginner. Check it out after watching this video. I put a link to it in the video description. So right now you might be looking at Germany and wondering, when will this end? When will we see better times again? Now let's not forget that Germany has faced a lot of challenges in the past, but the country always managed to bounce back. Just for a second, please think about what the country has been through. Whether it was financial crises, economic downturns, or geopolitical issues, Germany has shown an incredible ability to recover and adapt. Even though there's a lot of negativity in the news right now and some discouraging narratives within Germany, The country still has a strong global reputation. When I talk to international customers, partners and colleagues, one thing becomes clear. Made in Germany still means something. Keep in mind that Germany's economy isn't just BMW, Mercedes and SAP. And this becomes especially clear when you look at this map with the key industry players. A big part of Germany's power comes from the Mittelstand, the small and medium-sized businesses that are the backbone of Germany's economy. These companies are incredibly innovative and they're not just keeping up, they're leading the way in many industries. It's just that you might not have heard about them because they're not as shiny and prestigious as car companies, for example, that have really cool marketing. Rode und Schwarz, Würth or Zeiss. Most people have never heard about these companies. Zeiss, for example, is a middle-sized German company that focuses on medtech and optics. And they produce special mirrors that are absolutely essential for manufacturing semiconductors. And it's only one of the few companies in the world that can do that. And they are leading the research and industry. And after finding out things like this, I feel very optimistic about Germany's future, and I believe that things can change, especially in hard times like these. At the beginning of the winter semester, I was able to talk with a lot of international students and experts who successfully made the move to Germany, probably from about 11 different countries. They knew exactly what they were getting into, and many of them were so glad to finally arrive here in Germany, because apparently the situation here in Germany is much better compared to their home countries. Imagine if you have social unrest, war or massive inequality in your country. The stable system, higher salaries and peaceful nature in Germany are extremely appealing. And that's why it's so important to get your expectations right before coming to Germany. For example, I was able to have a very deep conversation with a guy from India, and he told me that he was really glad that he made it to Germany because it gave him safety, both physically and also financially. Safety that he was never able to experience in his home country. Even if you get laid off here in Germany, you still benefit from the unemployment insurance, and the social security system here is still working very well. Germany is still a very appealing country for people who want to go abroad and create a better, stable life for themselves. There are so many other countries out there that are extremely unstable right now, much more than Germany. Still, going abroad is a big step, and I have massive respect for every person who embarks on this journey. So if you're planning to move to Germany, preparation is absolute key. Now more than ever, you need to be strategic about your approach. Start by brushing up your professional skills, especially in fields that are in demand. Make sure your CV and LinkedIn profile are polished and tailored for the German job market. And of course, focus on learning German. It's your biggest advantage in a competitive job market. So I would say moving to Germany in 2025 is not impossible. It is still a good choice for studying and working abroad. But you have to get your expectations right and accept that this move comes with a couple of challenges. The job market is tough and the economy is in a hard phase. But this isn't just limited to Germany, all the other countries are also struggling at the moment. But don't focus too much on the negativity, there are still plenty of opportunities out there. In case you are serious about learning German, check out this video next. Love you and stay focused.